Yo, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hard Drive 32, a channel dedicated to 32-bit games, both new and old, and the creation of playing of them. My name is Alex Wolkin. I'm your host. Welcome again. It's Friday morning. Not the time I said I was going to do. A little later in the day. Initially, I had scheduled for Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5:30 a.m. That's turning out to be a toughie. Primarily, the reason last night is lame. I was watching a Netflix show called Squid Game. I stayed up late watching it. I just couldn't help myself. I watched episode after episode of this. It's like a main characters are trying to survive a game of death and all that on Squid Game, and I literally just binge watched it to the point until Netflix said, "What are you still watching?" And that is what's like woke me up out of it to be like, "Oh shit, man! Like 1 a.m. I need to sleep." So yeah, that show is fantastic. I'm already really excited. I've got some buds of mine that recommended it to me, and I'm pumped up to go talk to them and just be like, this is my theory on how things are going. Like, I'm one of those people, I feel pretty good about my guessing ability whenever it comes to stories and plots. So I think I can chart out what's going to occur in the Squid Game. Still waking up. I got a little coffee. Not coffee, tea. I got a little tea in me. But even still, yeah, definitely check out Squid Game, man. That is such a good show. Just the characters, the drama of it is fantastic. So yeah, Wednesdays, and Fridays are dedicated to art, and so we're gonna continue where we left off last time, which was we were doing some drawings for the main character for Aspire, Val. Really kind of get me getting the hang of things, of drawing again. So we'll have a good time. We'll get some cool music going here. Let me pop open my Spotify so that way we can listen to some DMC-free music. All right, let's crack on some good DMCA-free music here. Get in the mood for some drawing. Hopefully that's coming in nice and clean. There you guys go. Don't want to leave you guys without some music. So yeah, we're going to draw today. We're going to have some fun. And we'll probably do this for an hour-ish. And I think, honestly, nailing down the schedule of when things would be really consistent on the channel is kind of like the difficult thing at the moment. But I'm going to get there. I think Tuesday, Thursday, streaming the games tonight, that's working out perfect. That's going to work perfect. But finding that morning period to do art, that's a toughie I've got to have to figure out, but we'll get there. We'll get there. All right. So once again, thanks for being here on Hard Drive 32. Definitely follow because I'm on here 5 days a week. And I'd say right now the big push is I want to get to 100 followers on YouTube. So that way I can get rid of the gross youtube.com/blah, blah, 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 blah strings of letters and numbers. So share it with friends, share it with your family. Get them all on here, get them all following until we can hit that 100, and then I can make it youtube.com/harddrive32. All right, let's move on to the drawing screen. This is about where we left off on Val. So the basic concept for Val is she is, well, actually I'll give a basic concept of the game. So imagine a Resident Evil meets Die Hard. So essentially your lead characters, they are trying to ascend this mega structure, this huge tower that's set in the future, in which the people that lived within this tower have been contaminated with a virus, which has turned them into like these insect-like creatures. And your lead character, Val, her mission is to save her family, which is near the top of the tower, like near this hive. And there is going to be another character named Crown. His goal is to collect a sample from the core of that hive. But yeah, that's our two leads working on the lady side today. And I really wanted to do with her is I wanted her to be the stronger of the two, where she is the brute force strength, the resilience. Like resilience is the big key. Like, you know, she might break an arm, set it in place, and then keep going. And then Crown, on the other hand, he's got all the weaponry tech, and he's kind of like the stealthy, intelligent, quiet one. He's a Sigma male. As they would say nowadays. And Val, on the other hand, she's like she's Bruce Willis strong, and she's gonna kick butt as she goes along the journey. All right, so you know, want her to be physically imposing, so I'm giving her kind of the figure of, say, like what would this be called? This wouldn't be called weightlifting. This would be more like, what was it, bikini model? This is more like this Michelle Kaylee, my model in inspo here. She's a little bit stronger than what I would say most bikini models look like, but you get what I'm going for here. All right, so and take me a moment. I'm just gonna draw some lines. I have not drawn in a couple days. Just really quickly, just getting back in the drawing vibes for a moment here. Some messy lines. Making myself a quick creature, why not? Like an angry chocobo. Okay. That's right, early stream indeed. Yeah, I'm moving towards early streams on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which will be all the art streams, and then Tuesday, Thursday is gonna be the nighttime playing horror games and the like. So that's the cool time for you want to see some indie and horror games. Check it out then, and then during these mornings, art side. Oh, and you have to tell me, Trogdor. Yeah, she would be a perfect fit for a Trogdor because she is as ripped as a Trogdor might be. You have to tell me too if my my blaring music isn't too overwhelming for you. All right, so there's our inspo girl here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out the basic form here, and then we're going to move on to the outfit, which I've got a kind of tech wear street thing I want to go for. It is set in the future, and so want the outfit to kind of reflect that setting. Yeah, and these, I initially had the ambition to have these streams at like 5:30 a.m. and I did it once. Lo and behold, 5:30 a.m. is just terrible to wake up at. And part of the reason why I didn't wake up that early today was I was watching a Netflix show. Watching Squid Game on Netflix, which is fantastic. It's kind of a survival, or a character surviving a game of death, and they're pitted against other players in childhood games, stuff like red light, green light, and of course, if they fail, they die. And they're out to earn money for whatever reason for each of the characters. They have their own motivations. But great characters, makes you really care about all the characters within it, and so you want to see their success in their games of death. And it's actually the #1 Netflix show of all time now, which is crazy. So it's dethroned Witcher, it's dethroned Stranger Things, and like I guess Bridgerton's like up there too, which I've never really watched much of. Here we go in focus mode whenever I'm dealing with things I don't like, aka hands. Aren't too bad though. Hands are nothing compared to feet, in my opinion. Man, hate drawn feet. Okay. Part of these early lines is me just get back in the feel of things. Okay. I'm trying to use more straight lines too, because when you do curved lines, you don't imply the planes. So like if you think of a cube. Really quickly here. You kind of get the dimensionality of that whenever it's like this, but if I were to round those forms, have a real hard time telling like how things descend in space. So what I'm working on at the moment is drawing the dimensions and the planes of this character while I'm working on them. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent starting part for the basic body. Let's move on to my outfit inspo here. Okay, so the idea I had for her is she's gonna start off wearing, you know, her particular outfit. I want Val to start the game looking civilian, and then as she gets more damaged and beat up, you kind of see both like her physical form, like, you know, her muscles, but then also the fact that she's like, you know, into UFC, into this. Like, one thing I wanted her is like she knew mixed martial arts, because one of my favorite things in the game is in Resident Evil 4, Leon Kennedy suplexing a zombie is fantastic. And that's something interesting enough, when you play Resident Evil 4, the main character Leon, he can't suplex zombies at the beginning of the game. It's actually, I think it's around chapter 8, about a quarter or a third of the way through the game, once you hit the castle area. That's when he gains the ability to suplex, which is kind of a fun way of just showing that the character has become stronger in the situation and understand what's going on. And so I thought that should be an aspect of her character as well, is she's going to get... She is going to have more moves and abilities later as she goes along. For her underlying outfit, I really like this fitness attire here. And there's a really cool artist I was watching that did different colored lines for the clothing, which I think is just fantastic. So what you do is you choose blue. There we go. We'll use blue as our clothing lines here. We'll create the first layer from that. Go ahead and label my layers. Right. Now we're going to continue here. Get her going. Yeah, so she's got a fitness wear underneath it all. My question is, what to have her wear? Like, part of it was I had the idea that maybe as the story began, she just got out of like doing MMA practice. And so that's part of why she has this outfit underneath it. And so you might see her in normal attire of her getting dressed up from the gym, but underneath her street clothes is the MMA attire. This first layer I'm drawing is pretty darn simple. It's, you know, honestly, like, fitness attire is straight up just pretty skin tight. So it's not like, as an artist, there's a lot I need to do besides draw the basic lines of where I want the outfit to appear on her for now. About right there. Good 80s synth. This goes about across those shoulders here. It's when you catch things later as you're drawing. You're like, ah, that wouldn't be accurate. Like this right here. Oops. That needs to be accurate. I'll leave that there. I'll leave that there. That line for now. Okay. I love like the geometric design of this outfit though. It's like this is a variety of simple lines. This will be her underlying outfit, and then we'll get to drawing her other outfit that's at top of this. Part of the good things of practicing based on real inspiration is there's just so many design decisions that go into an outfit to kind of like appeal to a lady, just their form, or to put lines to where they're flattering the character. It's important. Okay, let's start with that simple thing for a moment, and then I'll go ahead and pop open. I got a ton of inspo for her on what you could wear above it. So one of the things is her street clothes. I was thinking maybe that she was getting ready to do bike riding, and so she's gonna have some clothes related to that, some motorcycle related attire. Go ahead and also step in the very basics of the fact that she was in MMA training before this all went down. And she was going to be wearing gloves. How would that work? Fire. Shouldn't be anything too inappropriate in this folder here for my references. All right, let's go. Let's check it out. There's a boxer attire. Let me see if I can get these bigger for you guys to be able to see. Yeah, one of the initial ideas I had her hopefully wearing like Mexican wraps. Still be really cool. Those wraps, by the way, because I've done quite a bit of boxing, they're such a lifesaver for one's hands and wrists. Primarily wrists. That's what those wraps aren't to save your fingertips, your knuckles. They're out to save your wrist from getting hurt, because it's so easy. You do one bad uppercut and it's so easy to mess up your wrist from uppercuts. Yeah, boxing is great. Just make sure, if you guys are ever interested in boxing, go to legit instructors. Like, avoid places like Round 9 unless you already have some boxing experience, and Round 9 is fine. But Round 9, for those that don't know, is more of like a fitness place where they do boxing as an exercise, but a lot of the instructors don't have that background in training people, and so oftentimes you'll be practicing boxing, and if you don't know the correct form, they don't either, so they're not able to assist you. Alright, so one cool concept I had in mind was I was thinking about doing the whole kind of like Yakuza biker vest. And like particularly, I was thinking about doing the carp. So that's something when we're working on this design here, you won't see it from the back or from the front necessarily, but the carp in Japanese tattoos is like perseverance, is where, like all those Japanese animals you see on tattoos, they each have their own concept. And so carp is perseverance, snake is someone that is constantly changing and evolving because they're shedding their skin. I think tiger's courage and dragon is strength, or it's reversed, if I recall. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking through your design here. I still want her in fitness attire. What I think I'll do is I'm going to do a Japanese or like a Letterman jacket over some of her fitness attire, so she's almost wearing it as like a biker outfit. And then afterwards, we might look into how we can make it a little more futuristic tech wear, so that way it implies like the sci-fi setting, because otherwise she'll just look like an 80s throwback and it won't make sense for the time period in which it's in. Maybe there's a way I can combine this crazy form here of this clothing outfit with a Letterman jacket. Let's try that. See what we get when we try that. It's, still based on the original inspo. And I love that she ties back her outfit here like this at the end. I think it'd be fantastic if maybe our character does something similar. Okay, so there's that one. Let's grab ourselves a Japanese jacket. Slash, Letterman. Or varsity. Whatever you want to call it. Grab that one. There's that sick carp one. So let's grab this one because it's so minimal, and since I'm working in a game that's so minimal, that'd be a better choice. There's the carp. Okay, so I'll pull these two in here. Cool. Also, I would die just to own one of these. Yeah, thanks again, guys, for being here, watching the stream. Always appreciate it. God, I love this pleated back, that diamond pleat there. It's really cool. Taking a moment here, thinking through what I could do for her design. What's interesting is, like, I'm thinking about cutting the sleeves kind of like she has here. But if you cut the sleeves off, you lose a lot of the qualities of a Letterman jacket. So that's going to be the interesting thing to bring back in. Let me do a quick sketch here. Sketch out just a general concept. What you might get if you were to take certain elements off the Letterman jacket. Let's start with the base of a Letterman jacket. Kind of like what you think here. Has to be just like a general look at what happens when we adjust this outfit. We're not going to put the sleeves on. Let's take from this here, kind of the form. They got a soft collar. Down. The outfit itself, shorter in the front and it gets longer in the back. It starts here. It would actually go down to here. The collar portion wraps around.
I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
This song, by the way, this beginning quote from Blade Runner, the end of Blade Runner, oh, one of the best scenes in film history. Rip in peace.
I watched scenes.
Rutger Hauer, great actor. The fun fact, you guys, a lot of that scene was improv when Rutger Hauer is talking about his past as an android and all these things he's seeing that you guys can't imagine. It's a really touching moment. A lot of it was improv on the moment. It's one of the best, most memorable scenes in film history. And just the director was like, okay, so character's dying. What memories could he have seen? What lives could he have left? And that was kind of like what Rutger Hauer came up with on the spot. And it's just, man, so beautiful, so good. And Blade Runner 2049 is worth watching if you guys haven't seen it. From the director Denis Villeneuve, who did like Arrival, and it's really moody and atmospheric and really channels the original and kind of that grand majestic scope that it had. And it is a bit slower paced. It's not an action film. It's more meditative and contemplative. But if you do dig that, he is making the new Dune, and it is coming out soon, and supposedly it's fantastic. But if you like Arrival, if you like Blade Runner, you might just love the new Dune that's coming out. Or exactly when, here in like a week or so. I'm gonna go check it out in theaters. Actually, it's probably my first time back in a theater, so I'm excited. Probably simplify these elements a bit here. That leaves more room for the design. That. What it could be is it could be two color. So this could be one color. The back side could be another because all of these are two color. Or maybe the interior is the other color. Be cool. get our sick harp design. Swim, fishy, swim. Whatever. Looks like a whale. Get the basic ideas in here. I almost don't like. I'm gonna adjust this. I don't like parts of this. I think we should do what this collar's doing. Like this. What that does is also gonna hide her physicality. Gives more room for the harp design. Looks a little more futuristic that way. And if anything, what I would probably do instead is shrink this. I'll do a little carp design on one side. Give her give her a more asymmetrical design, which is good. Whenever you can, it's best to do an asymmetry design. Do that. Then that'll give her room for pockets, and we'll probably do rounded pockets because it helps like reinforce the carp going back and forth. I might actually do something kind of wild. This might be a lot for one character design, but I can adjust after the fact. Why I'm doing it just in single color here to save some design time before I start on it. What I'm thinking is this is actually the second color here. Let's keep going for now. We can come back to this, but I think I'll use that as a basis for now, the silhouette portion. Alright, so with that look, with that design, we'll pretend it's open for this particular, what we're working on now. Hangs up here. Gonna fall straight down. And come to we'll play around with where this lays here in a second. But like a weird, like a cape almost. You know what this reminds me of? And hopefully, actually, Tifa from Final Fantasy Remake. I think she has an outfit not too similar from this. You think? I'm looking her up on the my other screen for any, just in case anything inappropriate pops up. But once I find the reference, I'll show you. FF's Tifa. Yeah, I swear she wore a jacket at one point. Find it. Oh, it was for. Oh, it's a little dissimilar. Okay, it was from Advent Children. That's what I was thinking of. That's kind of cool. That's kind of that's why I thought she had like a cape. Hell, we'll just do this cape concept and I honestly the character is such a fucking badass that it makes her kind of more superhero like. That's cool too. Sure. Off the other outfit from in here. So what's going on here? Off there. All right. Makes it easier to see what I'm working on for this one. Yeah, a little bit bunched up here, but not worry about it right now. Back of it. Just feeling is a full color here. Maybe I'll pleat the inside of this. That'd be kind of sick. I love that pleated look. See that there's a bit of a trim here. Probably the same trim color as right there. On the top portion of her jacket. And we'll pleat it. You know, whatever. You imply pleating, that is what this means. On the base clothing for a moment here. I'm going to do a quick black and white mask. I'm just coloring the portions which you wouldn't see. Totally an odd outfit. All right, leave this up. We'll do start working on some of her facial features and the like, as well as hair. I had a person in mind. Let's see if I can find her here. Oh my gosh, I forgot about this. Yeah, this was actually originally what I was going for her outfit. Which I can still do a lot of it. I freaking love this outfit. Yeah. Pull this one in here. A lot of this is accurate to what I want to do. The TV show Next in Fashion. Tan France. Wait, no, is it Tan France? One of the Queer Eye people. I think Tan France. Yeah, it's Tan France. The cool one with the fantastic foppish hair. But it's just a fashion show like Project Runway or any of them. And this is one of them. They did like a sports and fitness episode, and like, I was blown away by that outfit. And I was like, I think I want to use that design. Yeah, let's. I think I should bring the sleeves back in a little bit. Yeah, let's do what they do there and do like a partial sleeve. This feels odd without the sleeve. And I mean, her underlying outfit doesn't have sleeves, so I should do some sort of sleeve here. And if you think about it, Letterman jackets all got sleeves. Maybe we'll play around with the design a little bit, make it a bit futuristic-ish by having the sleeve come down longer here at the bottom. It's kind of like a trend for more tech wear things, is you have the bottom of a sleeve angles outwards and is like longer. So it's kind of blending tech wear with a varsity jacket. And it'll make, whenever the character does transition to your other outfit, it'll make it that much more distinct and more memorable. Like that. That'll bring in a secondary color too, that way. Question is, do I pinch it? You notice they always have the cuffs of them. There's like an elastic band. I may not do that. I'll try to go without it. And of course, then you've got to have the top stripe. I think this design will look particularly distinct from the side. Okay. We'll rock this craziness for now. Now then, inspo-wise, back to the lady. I'm kind of catching myself back up on this project because I got so busy I got out of it. Reference, resources, no, references. Sorry guys, got a message. Get it real quick. Okay, we good. That's right. This is like one of the fitness people. I was like pretty sick. By the way, Jesus, how does anyone get abs like that? Killing me. I will never get to that percentage body fat to pull that off. That's for sure. Yeah, I think one thing I liked about this girl was just like, I always think the where you do the side part and then you shave is always one of the coolest things. And she didn't necessarily do that. She's got just the side part and a ponytail, but I always think it's like the coolest look. Okay, here we go. Hair. Yeah, one thing with her character is I wanted her, since she's doing MMA and boxing and stuff like that, she's definitely more focused on kind of just not messing with hair, not dealing with it a lot. And so that's why I kind of chose this hairstyle, is I wanted something that was like something a fit person might want, so that way they're not having to be encumbered by hair a lot, especially if they're doing MMA practice. And so that's why I had these short hairstyles in mind for the main girl. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll use her as our little model. Cool. Back to black. Few rough lines sketching for her. Let me turn down the visibility of those original lines. I'm having trouble seeing what I'm working on. There we go.
Gonna kill him, Tetsuo! You want that? I want him more than dead. I'll split his friggin' head open. Just knock it off.
Oh, by the way, if anyone in here is a not Tetsu, Akira fan, they are doing a trilogy of movies based on the actual original manga. So for anyone that's seen the movie, the original movie is only based on half of the original comic book series. And what's fantastic is this new trilogy of movies is going to be based on the full series, and it's the original director and the original manga creator back for it. And so we're gonna get a completely awesome new Akira that started production. It's probably gonna be a long time before we see it, but I'm excited. Yeah, for those that haven't checked it out, it's one of the very first cyberpunk anythings in mass media. Let's see here. We get a basic feel for her face layout. Oh. Means I need to put her references beneath the lines. She's kind of got a longer face. Hmm. Part of it's just like the amount of detail I'll be able to pack in this portion of the drawing. Be a whole lot, but a lot of this come down later too whenever we start the actual detail part of the process. But I get the basics of the eyes, that round almond eye look. Definitely some adjustments are gonna need to be done here to go. That's okay though. All part of the game of progress. Back. Part of what always feels like magic whenever it comes to drawing is it looks so terrible at the moment. And it's over time you kind of like pull from the wreckage the particular character you're working on, the particular drawing you're working on. Always seems to kind of come together in the end if you just peer through the terrible. As I'm drawing so loose too, it's just like doesn't really. You almost want to keep loose at this stage and really just feel out the drawing. Her head needs to be bigger. Your face and your hand. About the same size. Not quite, but at least this portion right here. What people sometimes call the mask in drawing. The mask is like this portion of your face right here. About the same size as your hand. Whenever you're drawing a character drawing, you want to know if your head is too small for your character. Just simply look at your hand or the character's face and measure those two up and adjust accordingly. Oh. One moment. One moment. Let's see here. It looks like I'm going to have to end stream here in just a moment. Wrap things up here. All right. So where we have left off on the character so far is we've got... Actually, I'll just leave this up. Hello, chats. There we go. Okay, let's leave this up for just a second. So what we're going to do whenever we come back is we're going to probably move to the more defined line work for both the outfit, the character, as well as the face and all that kind of stuff. So starting next time will be the refined line work process where you get more the forms all fleshed out. And then after that would come the detail work with the clothing and all that kind of things. And we'll take that from there. And that will likely happen on Monday. I'm probably going to adjust my scheduling a bit to be 8:30, Monday, Wednesday, Friday is what I'm thinking. This week was a great test to see what I can and can't do as far as waking up early and doing things. But that's what I'll probably move to. And then on Tuesday, Thursday evenings, that's when I probably do my game stuff. So that's all CST time. So that's about it. Thanks again for being here, guys. I appreciate it as always. And I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day and a great weekend ahead of you. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.